Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to do blanket stitch. This is blanket stitch here, and you can see it's got sort of rope effect on the edge, and there's a way of achieving that which I'm going to show you now. So I'm stitching here on felt. Felt is particularly good for blanket stitch because it doesn't fray. And I'm using this cotton, which is DMC Cotton Pearl, and it's number 5, thickness number 5, that is thread shade 676. So it's number 5 medium. There are 3 thicknesses in this range and they are all bonded, so they're not like stranded cotton, you can't separate them, which is particularly good for blanket stitch because it sort of stays in place, if you like. There's no fraying as you're doing it, so it's a joy to use for blanket stitch. So is felt. So we've got 2 pieces of felt, and I've threaded my needle, and I've knotted it at the end so that it stays put. So I'm just going to start it off. I'm just going to hide the knot in between the 2 pieces of felt. So I'm just going to go through on one of the pieces before I start. Right, to start this, you work from back to front, and you go in at the same place on the back as you do on the front, and you pull it tight, but before you pull it extremely tight, you just loop through. So this is just to start like that there, and then you work from back to front. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim to get the stitches the same sort of distance. That looks very neat if you can do that. And you might need to practice a bit. So I'm going back to front, and then before I pull it tight, I'm going front to back, just looping it through like that. This thread's a bit too long, actually. I'm just going to pull it so I can more easily show you, and you can see there it's produced a nice little sort of rope effect. So I'm going to do it again from back to front like that, and just before it comes through you loop towards the back like that. So again, back to front, and then front to back, just loop it through. And it helps to sort of say that little rhyme. When I was learning it wasn't too long ago actually. So from back to front, front to back, back to front, and front to back, like that. Now this isn't very neat, it's not as neat as this, because I'm just sort of showing you how it's done. So you can either just sort of, you can vary the distance that you go inwards. So in other words, if you go in, you can make more of a feature of it if you leave a bit more space. So back to front, make sure it doesn't catch there, front to back. And you can see it looks a bit nicer because you can see more of it. I'm going to do that again. Back to front, and front to back. And that's it. And it can be used for edging all sorts of things. This one is particularly used in my products in the needle case ranges because they're made with felt and it provides a really decorative, nice edge. And that's it, that's blanket stitch. Bye for now.